Focused up, monk mode, in the zone, locked in. There are many names for it, and it's where I want to be. About 2 weeks ago, I woke up at around 4 p.m. Accepting that I had wasted my day, I decided to scroll on TikTok. I was then bombarded with video after video about the great lock-in of 2025. After scrolling through countless clips, I reflected on my behavior over the past year and sighed. In a word, it's been lacking. In that moment, I let the hashtag fuel my spirit. I've got to lock in, I told myself as I pushed my way out of bed 30 minutes later. I hopped in the shower and headed out to do my cardio for the day. As I pushed myself through the cold wind, I noticed I wasn't alone. People of all different weights, appearances, and builds were out there too, each pushing in their own way. Some were jogging, some running, and in my case, walking with both hands in my pockets. There's a real comfort in realizing you're not alone in trying to do better. Things seemed to be going well, until I had a bad week. I didn't reach my step goals, didn't track all my calories, and kept waking up in the afternoon. It made me spiral. These weren't the actions of someone who was truly locked in, but why? I had done everything the hashtag told me to do, so why did this happen? Am I really locked in? And will I ever be? The idea of locking in has been circulating in popular culture for a while now, and it seems simple, to be absolutely focused. From clutching up in video games to entering a serious relationship or fixing your entire life, the idea of locking in can be applied to practically anything people do. More than just an idea, it's become a season. Around this time of year, we enter the collective attempt known as the winter arc, when countless people decide that enough is enough, and that this time will be different. But what does it really mean to lock in, and how does one actually do it? The idea of focusing on our goals isn't new. Self-help books have been published since the Middle Ages, and there are a million abandoned New Year's resolutions proving that people have no problem setting goals. It's seeing them through that's the issue. Objectively, it should be easier than ever to get closer to our goals. The internet is full of knowledge. You can have AI make a plan for you, if you suck. And there are endless apps to track steps, calories, and whatever other thing people feel motivated to start after 11 p.m. We have the knowledge, the motivation, and the season. So where's the disconnect? One obvious issue is that, like most things, there's no one-size-fits-all formula for discipline. Every plan has to be tailored to individual needs and goals. So why does it seem like most people are trying the exact same things? One of the great ironies of our collective attempts to lock in is that they're rooted in dissatisfaction. And yet we often seek guidance on the very platforms the locked-in people tell us to avoid. There's an entire genre of influencer built around self-improvement, and in their content, you'll find the same few ingredients: waking up early, cold showers, gratitude, exercise, and other general advice. It's all good, but it doesn't really change anyone's mindset. When you first dive into self-improvement, you're bombarded with videos like, "How locking in for 30 days changed my life." Thousands watch, expecting to replicate those results, but most of us have a lot more than 30 days worth of problems. Despite the outward encouragement, every lock-in guide carries an unspoken disclaimer: you'll probably fail. The illusion of progress is powerful. For many people, locking in becomes a kind of magical band-aid, a way to avoid the deeper problems that actually need attention. As long as they can think of themselves as locked in, they can quiet the part of themselves that desires real change without actually changing their behavior. But to quote a wise man, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. When it comes down to it, the idea of locking in is much more enticing than the reality, and it's in that reality where most people fall off. Failure is powerful. It has ended dreams, relationships, and goals for all of human history. But maybe being locked in isn't about never failing. Maybe it's about failing the right way. I've failed many times at many things, but I'm still here. So if locking in isn't about being perfect, maybe it's just about showing up. Most people know the things they need to address but don't know how. It's easy to fail when you don't have a plan. So we look to others and tell ourselves, it worked for them, so it has to work for me. But there's no amount of cold showers, going ghost, or 5 a.m. alarms that will fix you because you're not broken. You're just a person making choices. Maybe showing up is about looking at those choices and focusing on the small changes you can actually make. Consistency is messy. There will never be a switch you can flip that makes you perfect, that guarantees you'll never sleep in again. Change isn't a cycle, it's a spiral. You might make the same mistakes, but as long as you keep making the choice to show up, even in small ways, you can eventually break free. There are a few more months of winter left, and our lives probably won't be perfect by the time it's over. But if we can keep showing up, maybe we'll be a bit more locked in.